I'm Charles Anderson, directing pastor at University United Methodist Church in San Antonio, Texas. United Methodist congregation that's been located in its current location for about 40 years. Up on the northwest side of San Antonio, church is currently seeking to transition from being a classic program-driven church to being a people formation church. At University United Methodist Church, we believe that leadership needs to be understood in the context of discipleship. And the core of our ministry at University is helping people along a pathway of discipleship, moving from not being a disciple to being a new disciple through meeting Jesus, moving from being a new disciple to a true disciple by learning the message of Jesus, and then moving from being a true disciple to being a trained discipler through understanding the mission of Jesus or their call from Jesus. The end result is a trained discipler, which is our definition of a leader. And our hope is to, by this pathway of discipleship, to grow leaders who are first disciples, who then enter a pool of leaders. We call these leaders trained disciplers. We also call them sometimes mission entrepreneurs. Those are the ways we kind of talk about leadership. In creating leaders and trying to help them understand how they move through a pathway of discipleship, we try to present options, three kind of areas of options by which they can grow their leadership, grow more into the likeness of Jesus Christ, and how they are missional entrepreneurs. They tend to go down three branches. The first we call directed coaching. Directed coaching is the opportunity for someone, once they've identified their spiritual gift and their passion, to work one-on-one with one of our coaching pastors. We don't call our pastors associates, we call them coaches. And they can work one-on-one in understanding their ministry and seeking biblical theological foundations. Think of this as when you are a senior in college and you had the opportunity to do a directed study with your professor of choice. This is very much the same. On the far side of this is what we call the Walk to Emmaus. Many of you may be familiar with the Walk to Emmaus. It's an intensive one-weekend immersion event designed to create spiritual leaders. This is an opportunity for people to meet with a number of potential leaders and really systematize their call to Jesus Christ. This midstream is the stream that I, as directing pastor, take responsibility for. It has two components, the pastor's cabinet and the pastor's academy. These are based on mentor models. In the pastor's academy, the mentoring is from pastor to people. And the academy is a 13-week event centered around the pastor's teaching where people learn in peer groups. In other words, I'll present exercises, instruction, opportunities to experiment in ministry, and in as teams they work together, come back and I give them feedback. So think of this as mentoring in a funnel from the pastor to a larger group. On this side, the pastor's cabinet is a rather unique project in that these people are involved in reverse mentoring. By reverse mentoring, I mean their job is to be a small group that keeps me, the pastor, accountable for how I live my professional ministry and my personal life. How am I building my professional leadership and my personal soul? But by keeping me directly accountable, they begin to reflect their own lessons. And by taking accountability for me, they actually wind up mentoring themselves. The result of these two in particular, but overall in our pathway, is we create apostles, if you will, trained disciplers, mission entrepreneurs, who are able to really articulate the vision of our church, which is to help people form their lives to look to Jesus and look like Jesus. Right now we see that therefore measured in a larger and larger pool of people who not only speak the language of the vision, but interpret and advocate the vision behind the language.